Welcome everyone and welcome to All In, All United.
Remember the comment he made?
I got some bars to these.
Run Ryan.
Ryan.
And the other thing, you have players out there.
I think the fellas will take it more serious.
What grade?
That one had to go.
Yes, because at the end of the day, right now, Manchester United are
Welcome everyone and welcome to All In, All United. And I mean, in as much as, things are too looking good on for Manchester United, we still want to, say compliments of the season to the panel and all those who will take time to view at some point. All right. Fellas, now Amarim did tell us, the man said that there was going to be a storm. But boy, this feel like an earthquake, a tsunami, damn a hurricane all in one. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, this attempt at a rebuild since Ferguson, left has been a real tragedy. When you consider the missteps from upstairs and how it impacted downstairs and, the poor recruitment over the years and the amount of money we spend and all the different, it has really been tragic, Imagine in 2024, we sitting, at the end of 2024, we sitting 14th in the table. Now, I don't know if that has ever happened before. Probably, or you could tell me, somebody in the comments could tell me, if we have ever found ourselves sitting in 14th, right, at the end of a year. I don't know. But I honestly struggling to see how we climb in that table, right? Chef, as Nico told me earlier, we got to ask for the lotto numbers down, right? We had to get the lotto numbers from Chef because this was going on here, but I dread. I don't know. The second half was better. And I think Kobe is the only one who could really escape any kind of penance, with how I feel. I prefer watch milk spoil than to watch these fellas play football right now. Here, imagine Amarim, right? He gave up the chance to pull off a record-breaking season in Portugal with Sporting just to come here and fight a relegation with the mighty Manchester United. What is he saying, fellas? The grass is not always green on the next side? Anyway, what we saying? Nico, Simeon, Chef, JP, what we saying, fellas?
Yeah. I think I guess some of the terms they use were the right ones, in terms of tragic, and a tragedy. And to me, what has been the greatest tragedy is how long we taken to fix it now.
Correct.
To me, that is the biggest one because Manchester United is supposed to be one of the biggest clubs, the biggest teams in the world. So how it is you could be one of the biggest teams, the biggest clubs in the world, and you can't fix it now. That's scary, boy. That I was thinking I remember QPR.
Yeah.
QPR came up and they spent plenty of money. Remember that? They had players on big wages. Rio Ferdinand and what's my son, right? Phillips. What's that? The whole cadre. Right? They spend the money behind players, but players on high wages. I know what up at the end of the season. They get relegated.
Yeah, but remember, I said Portsmouth to do that too. They went and sign a set of players. Portsmouth was the next one too, with a set of African players.
So as Reem was saying, Chef, I have two things to ask or two things to say, right? I apologize for questioning that we're gonna be fighting relegation. One, so I apologize, wholeheartedly apology. And as Reem said, two, I see the lotto went up to 9 point something. I checking it for the numbers because boy oh boy, we really couldn't see. You know what I mean? The spiral boy because it's terrible. And the thing about it is for a squad. I mean, I shouldn't even say that, but the amount of money the wages these players earn that you can't even see where a goal is coming from. My goodness, that is alarming. You know, so before I say more, somebody go ahead.
Yeah, we's real shit, boy. Jesus Christ. I ain't lying. I really did not. I do have these you to talk about Manchester United, you know. I real sick of that team, you know. When after the second goal score, I changed my TV, you know. I couldn't watch that, but eventually, must be in the second half, I start back to watch. But yeah, I don't know, but I don't know what to say again. I don't know what to say again.
But you said it all in a chef. You have to you really have to say again. You done say it's fighting relegation.
I can't see it. Them the team wasn't doing nothing to prove. The team wasn't at that time wasn't showing me nothing otherwise. So that's why when I say all you talk that top six, I want to know what kind of weed all you smoking so I could go by that push man. Because all you had to be smoking some of the best
Oh,
weed in South.
God.
Had to be. We've been shit with little now and then you might get a little. That's why when my boy Phil tonight, that's why when everybody talk that if I drinking that amaranth juice, no, because he had all unreal shit right now too. So yeah, so but we will get to all of that.
Yeah. All of the rush at the
Simeon?
same time.
Yeah, Simeon. It's harder. We know it's harder. Dig deep.
Oh,
I mean, I was, for Christmas, I really asked for a lot. I like getting gifts and stuff. So I say that give me something united, So I figure I get a nice, team shirt, But I get some pajamas, and I realize now that this is exactly the team shirt that we need. That fellas need to wear the pajamas because that fellas ain't playing. I mean, this should be what they wear out there because that fellas go out there and sleeping. Men go out there and sleeping, just sleepwalking out there. You see that first goal, you're like, well, you try to sit down and get into the game and try and see what was going on. And before you could even, relax or eat something or drink something, it's bad. The game done. You know, I think we done past the point of we know we bad, but to see that the levels, how far we could drop, how fast we could lose concentration is really alarming. And it's not like we have. I wasn't really worried about defense. We spent enough defense money. We spent enough money on defense to be good, But to see that coming from Martinez and Maguire, Delitz, that kind of just not attacking balls and stuff. That really, I mean, what you supposed to do with that? I mean, what you supposed to do with that? So right now, we just kind of put your jammers on, and just let's watch it. I mean, it's not much you can do. This team just where they are, and you just gotta take it right now.
Yeah,
Well,
JP.
good night, everybody. Merry Christmas to everybody. And
Right?
we start off saying happy birthday to my nephew, Jaden. He's a fan, he's been following. So
nice man.
happy 18th.
Happy
Happy
birthday,
18th,
happy
Nice
birthday.
man.
Jaden.
Yeah,
April
man,
Right?
Fool,
feeling
boy.
man.
Big up to him,
Yeah.
man.
Right? So
Good
listen,
people, good people.
good people, you watching the program right now. So happy birthday,
Nice
Jay.
man. Happy birthday.
But yeah, the performance today was terrible. And I know we didn't talk about goals either, so it's a 2-in-1 package, but it's like the same game almost. terrible performance. I don't know what to say again with this club as a whole, because it's like you can't get a break on the field, off the field. Is always some story and Sir Jim and them with the cutbacks, and when you think about some of the things that they're cutting back on, you're wondering if it's absolutely necessary based on how much it is, and it is creating a whole negative cloud around the place. And then the situation with Rashford, he in the squad, he not in the squad. That's all the media care about now. That's all they can ask Amarim about. So it's always like you have something that just affecting the club and not just showing on the field. Because I'm not going to give any praise for the second half performance today, because it keep taking something bad to happen for these players to react. And I feel up come and say, will we get a nice response from them fellas after they went down? I feel up say that now.
Yeah,
I'm not going to say
Agreed.
that anymore. Are they getting paid to do a job? So how it is that they could all of a sudden remember how to play and start to play after they go 2 goals down today? How that could happen? And this is one of the games where I would say Amarim had to take some licks for his selection from the start of the game today. Because there's no way at all that Casemiro and Ericsson should be starting in that game. And it's unfortunate that Xerxes had to go through what he had to go through today.
No, it's not unfortunate. He's shit.
No, it's unfortunate. Yeah, Chef. Chef,
Nah,
I
chef,
say,
chef.
I
Yeah,
say,
yeah,
Oh Jesus!
yeah,
Hey.
I'm not talking about substituting him, eh?
Yeah.
But the treatment he get from the fans when he was substituted, that is uncalled for. They should never treat a player like that. He's a young fella at his 3rd month at the club, playing for the club. He not here a long time. It's a man doing worse than Xerxes. Why we picking on Xerxes? And he wasn't the worst player on the field today. You could have spit, and whoever you hit on the field, them could have get sub today. That's how terrible the team was. It wasn't Xerxes alone. So let me don't do Xerxes that today. Because I find like if we like to scapegoat men, when it's at 11 shots on the field today, in our first half, in our first 20 minutes. So let me don't do Xerxes that today. Right? So the club, it's just a whole mess. It's a whole mess, and I don't know what going forward is looking like. When the improvement will start to take place.
Yeah. I just want to get some comments before we move on, right? Kristen on the inside, good night, and thanks for joining, buddy. Saying Kobe and Maguire, the only 2 I find wasn't horrible, right? Ethan Lynch on the inside, good night, man. Thanks for joining. Yes, man, blessings and love still. Yeah. Kristen saying here, this is just an accumulation of errors. The bottle full now, so it's overflowing. I said it at the start of the season, selling McTominay was not and not resigning Amrabat, right? And then keeping Ericsson and Casemiro recipe for disaster, right? Mickey on the inside, thanks for joining, man. Good evening to you. He's saying GG all in all United. That what we're talking about, yeah? All right. Here I'm saying, you see these fellas on this panel here? Them fellas is good men. Them faithful. Them ain't gonna horn nobody. You understand? To go through what we going through and to still be showing up here. Hey, you know what I tell you here. Mickey saying here, fellas, this team I know they say don't wish bad, but if the whole side could get sick for the next 5 games under 19 play,
Hey.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That under 19 gonna get roast. Please save better, right? But I get your point though, Mickey. I get your point, right?
I mean, no worse than this. No?
Jaden on the inside, right? Thanks for joining. Yes, thanks. Yes. Birthday blessings, bro, man. Yeah, big yourself up. Unfortunate that the kind of result had to be, the one for your birthday now. But say what? It's a hard knock life, right? Earlier, we kind of
Oh, sorry. Chef, was it your birthday you got that too? On your birthday's licks?
I supported Manchester from donkey years, so every year for one is licks. My birthday's next 2 weeks, so yeah.
Somebody else's birthday was
Next week.
earlier.
Now,
I think it was Chef.
well,
I mean, no, not Phil.
Phil,
Oh,
I can't remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, for my birthday last year, we get one dread cutters. I can't remember from who.
Now, once it's
But
not
this
next
year-
week, so once it's not this weekend, by because our Liverpool
No,
Cup skin
no.
could be something
We
proper.
gonna be going and get a bag this weekend. It's not 2 ways about that. I wish I could have only picked. I wish I could have picked more Liverpool players on my fantasy team.
Mickey saying Chef don't look so. All right.
But I mean to be so. I just really fed up here. I don't have no energy now. I just keep on saying today was my last day, but it's and I'm sorry. I hear all you about that thing, but I can't feel sorry for them fellas and them now because he's part of the collective. Yes, the whole team was on shit, but he was a special kind of shit boy. My God. Jeez, I don't know. And I had to, but you know what? I blame the club for bringing that youth when we didn't need him to fill a big role where he clearly can't fill. So I blame the club for putting him in that position. But I can't even be vexed with the fans. What he get is just as somebody, as you now said, it's just the bottle full now and every fan just sick on. Imagine we still home. Them fellas are braving the weather, paying the money to sit down in the stands and watch that level of shit, bro. Oh, no. We do something wrong in our next life.
Yeah.
Now you
But he was atrocious. No, but even I know everybody we could have pick out anybody, yeah, but he was terrible.
No, the boy was terrible. No.
And then the senior players in the team not helping.
Yeah, it used to be
senior players in the team looking forward for them fellas to to help the team.
It used to be the senior players, especially youth man, having a stinker. You will see the senior players come in and talk to him. You'll see somebody putting a shan around him and say, hey, relax, calm yourself.
Yeah.
But them just as bad. When
you see a man like Casemiro, worse.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
How terrible Casemiro was in that game. He could tell Zirkzee anything.
Yeah, he should be the one to come off first.
I don't know to tell you, our manager today show a level of being naive, I had to call it, because to put that midfield up against that Newcastle midfield.
No, the whole world see that. He alone see that.
Ask Reem. As I see that starting lineup, I get mad one time because I know I'm already doing me a tenor.
Like that level of naivety that.
I would have faster be cool with seeing Kobe and Collier starting in that than seeing them two. That made apps, and then on top of so you had them two dead. Huh?
Yeah. I would tell you, chef.
You had them two dead horse in the center there. And then you had these two dead shit on young one on the wing, curly head wing horse. And then this next, I don't even know what you want to call him, Rasmus. Dan, we play all that rotor shifts. And we could have still win that game. That's the worst part. We play so terrible. And them chances we get, we and when I said, this is what I said, I don't like to say, I tell all this, but when I said, spend that money on Ivan Toney and let me get a proper striker in, men talk all kind of things. No, yes, we could say our midfield made for a proper striker, but no, any proper striker putting away them chances.
Yeah. Jody on the inside, blessed night to you, man. Thanks for joining. He's saying compliments of the season to you all and not Man United. All right. Eric on the inside, good night, man. Thanks for joining. Saying, are you all ready to review Man United Championship games next year? United versus Millwall, United versus Hull City.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Jody again. All you really think United will beat Newcastle?
No.
We are so bad. Overton, Jemba, and Tom Cleverley would be starters in this team.
Wow.
Would be stars in this team. Wow.
Yeah, for real.
Earlier we talk about the whole relegation thing. All right, and it becoming a little bit more than a concern now, because when you look at the fixture list and you look at how all the teams playing, look, Ipswich beat Chelsea today. You understand?
Properly too.
Yeah, teams. It's an all rollover. Teams are gaining in football.
Nope.
Right? And when you watch how we playing and you watch how everybody else playing, you consider we're in 14th and we're looking like we're moving up, then the whole idea of relegation becomes more and more of a concern. So much so that the idea was posed to the manager post-match, and he said, yes, it's embarrassing. We are talking about relegation. I have to sell my idea. I do not have another one. Now, I want the question to the panel and those in the comments is this a concern to you? Right? Because finding yourself in the situation that you're in right now where you have to win time and you have to move up the table, do you really stick to your guns? He's saying here, he do have a next one, right? Do you stick to your guns or do you change to suit the players that you have to survive? Right? I know we would have talked about this before, but we back at the place where we are this juncture where it getting bad. Right?
No, it's bad.
It's bad. We know what these players give, right? So do we stick or twist?
But he already started. He didn't see from the time formation change today how different we look. It clear he already know, and this is what we've been saying. We understand you have your philosophy, and I am all for a man full with the philosophy. But if after a while you realize this is what in front of me, until I could change, I had to play with what I have. Then, brother man, oh God, same. We are a little hard take that and just change from minute one. Like we don't have to be down 2 and 3 goals to realize. All right, now we change from 3. Oh God, come now, man.
Boy, definitely you're not gonna do it. We know that. That you're gonna do it, right? But what you're seeing is you're seeing players being exposed in the system. You're seeing players not being effective. And we're talking about players like Garnacho. Yeah, Garnacho not fitting this system at all. I think he was a big talent, so possibly still is. Maybe in another team, he might do well. Another system, he might do well. Even Martinez getting exposed. You saw that again today. He was exposed. We still had to see the best at Dalo, because I don't think even in this system, Dalo fit in this system either, because we saw him on the right-hand side. And even when we were saying, Dalo might fit the right-hand side better as a wing-back, Dalo not working out as a wing-back either, because he's not getting forward, he's not looking threatening, he's unable to use the pace that we see he was using with the 4 in the back. So I think at this point it's counterproductive for the team. I think the team is struggling. The team is going to struggle because the players that we have doesn't suit the system, and regulation is a serious concern. Because I looked at the amount of games we have been losing, I looked at the table today and see we in 14th, and for some reason felt good that we didn't drop deeper than 14. I say, well, where? Wow, he's still in 14. Well, where? Right? Like I dry some sweat off my brow because I was expecting to see 15, 16 going on the road. Because
after this weekend.
Yeah, because other teams playing well. And any team that is confident at this moment, beating this United team, a little bit confident, beating this United team, Wolves are struggling, right? Ipswich today, right? If we play Ipswich next week, you know, we have to say, thank God it's Liverpool and Liverpool can destroy you, and the whole world know that Liverpool can destroy you. And if we pull off a draw, well, they know who ready the table turn or the corner turn, now everybody going to say, right? But he not going to change from the system, and regulation is, unless he find a way or in the January transfer window, we make a couple or a triple sensible buys. Then I think relegation is serious concern, to be honest.
No, I mean, I look at this team and like Amorim ain't gonna change. He shouldn't change. He shouldn't blink. He shouldn't blink. If I in Portugal, winning all these games, winning, Champions League games, beating men, I lose a game, how you lose one game this whole season, this whole year I win games. And he dragged me from that team to come coach this team. And he put that mess in front of me and say, hey, coach that for us. Nah. You want me to blink and change my I was winning before I came here. Ain't nothing wrong with my system. It's the players you have for me. So if anybody need to blink, it should be the team, Ineos. Like Nico said, that January transfer window, and Rem go say, hey, look, you see that right there? That's relegation right there. Your players, the player who you paying $300,000 a week, missing sitters. The player who you paying $350,000 a week, missing sitters. I mean, all these guys you paying $300,000 plus.
Not even playing, not even on the bench in some games.
And then it's Casemiro, Rashford, who else? Bruno
Fernandes.
Missing shots. I mean, point blank shot. Casemiro getting paid about 3 times what Isaac getting paid a week. About 3 times. I mean, give me 2.5. But like, you can have these fellas. I always look back at Ten Hag. Yeah, Ten Hag wasn't the best coach. His system wasn't the best, but he would still be coaching in the fellas that first chances. You can have players that you depend on. We've always at United, we've always had good players. We've always had great players who kind of covered up the cracks. When Ferguson left, we had great players, but we don't have anybody right now that really playing to a level of greatness. Bruno is supposed to be that. The money we paid him is supposed to be that. You're not seeing that. Casemiro,
Rashford,
waste of money. Rashford, I mean, no, Amorim can't blink. That this is a Ineos problem, and they have to fix it in January because it's bad, but kind of helping Amorim right now because there's a risk to going past January without making transfer. So we're gonna see what happens.
Yeah. I definitely like how Simeon sum it up there, because they came for me, I didn't send my resume and say, hey, you see them players you had here, I'm gonna make them great. Is you come for me and you say, hey, we want you to come. So you see whatever you get now, you had to take it or accept it until you give me the right tools, to make it work. So as I say, if I was a Marine as well, I blinking. Take all the strain until you give me the tools and let me work.
I saw another point today. Like someone said that they chose Amorim knowing the system he played, knowing that some of these players would not fit it. So how could he put him in there and not know that you got to spend more money to get any players? He didn't come in saying, "Oh, I'm going to make Rashford better." He didn't say, "Oh, my project is here. I'm going to make him that fellow look good. That fellow look good." He came in and said, "Hey, I'm going to see who could actually play." And like I'm kind of sad I didn't see Collier today. I'm kind of sad some players simply, but at the back of my mind, it's always players we hype up, and this man come in and say, hey, they ain't good enough. Some of the youth players ain't good enough. I would love to see Collier play, but at this point, I have to take Amrim, you know, what he's saying on the training field and saying, hey, because he had to put Rashford in his squad. Why? I mean, why I pick Rashford? I mean, in a way, it's good that he said people ain't good, but at the same time, it's like where are all the good players? I mean, where is the depth of players that we're supposed to have? I know we have injuries and stuff, but where if Mount and Budo, where are they?
What injuries?
I mean, like you're sure we are among 12. 12 injured.
Let me be real now. Nice injuries.
Lindelof injured.
Yeah.
We real grabbing at straws if we say in 37 that was fit into that make a difference.
No, not the difference, but the quality replacements we should have.
I want to add something to this question Reams say about the system, because here's the thing though. Is not all you realize is the basics. These fellas not doing. Like, I'm talking about things that you learn to do in teens, in your 10-year-old, 9-year-old be you passing a ball, collecting a ball, marking. It's like done. Them 2 goals we get today was dead center, It wasn't even like corner and a man header. Dead center. Dead center is supposed to be of all the spots to mark, dead center is supposed to be the easiest thing because you're seeing that ball coming over. It's not
coming in slow motion.
The ball coming in the
air. Play. The ball going over.
I even asked
the
myself.
Man hold the ball, the man control the ball, he take, he cross.
I even asked myself, I wonder if Onana could have come for that ball, them ball and them. But here's the thing though. It's not Onana supposed to come for them ball. You expecting your centre backs and them to cover it. Then you see how much space Isaac had? Isaac was practically, and that's why I asked myself, could Onana had come for that? Because Isaac was practically under the goal, I don't know.
JP?
I between a rock and a hard place with this because I don't want to see the team just free fall and end up actually in relegation. And that's not even a joke anymore. Like there's an actual possibility based on the results we see in 22 points after 19 games. To stay up in the Premier League most times is 40 points you're aiming for. So right now we aiming for 40 points. If we double what we have had halfway is just 44 points. Right? And I saw they were talking about it during the game today that teams have had more points than this at this stage in the season and still get relegated.
Yep.
So that is where I kinda in a hard place because if we insisting on the system and it's not working and we keep losing and we keep falling lower and lower down the table, then what are we gonna do? Because it don't make sense to bring Amorim to coach in the championship. That not making any sense, right?
No top coach, top players going to win no championship.
My thing is, right, I have always said the sign of a great manager or coach is the ability to adapt, right? Fergie used to play 4-4-2 for a long time. And then we started to play with 3 forwards on top in a very fluid system when we had Ronaldo, Tevez, and Rooney. And Berbatov used to come in that. He changed a very fluid front 3. So it wasn't out and out direct wingers and things used to be on the team in them time. Fergie adapt. And he went and get the proper assistants to work with the players to do that. So Fergie had a way of doing things to adapt to what was before him. And I think I have a problem with modern day managers and their systems and their philosophy because I get spoiled under Fergie with that. Fergie was able to change up according to who he had in his team and according to the direction that football was going in. And as much as we want to say Amorim went out in Portugal, is Portugal. He was doing well in Champions League, yes. He beat City, but everybody beat City. We beat City. So there ain't nothing to go on right now, right? So to me, if it's not working, this is what is before you. You had to do something. I understand you want the system to work. But if the players you have right now it's not working, we had to do something. Yes, the basics of the game them fellas not doing because I see real misplaced passes today. Very simple misplaced passes. I see no desire for men to win the ball. We weaken every challenge. We have no desire to chase down our causes. I was telling him after the game about a play with a cross that came from Newcastle right hand side, and the ball went straight across to the left. And Lewis Hall didn't give up on the chase. He run it down, skate, touch the ball, get up, and wasn't challenged.
And not a man was
None of
close
our
to him.
players- None of our players reached close to me, and he had time to do all that, run down the ball, skate, touch it, get up, and start to play again, and nobody close to him. So yes, we have fundamentals in terms of the aggression that we playing with the intelligence that we're not playing with, and the basics in passing and defending that we're not doing.
But JP, you making my point.
No,
You
but that's
making
what
my
I'm saying.
point right there.
That's what I'm saying. I'm between a rock and a hard place because I see because if it is the system that causing the players to malfunction, so what could it be? Because this
But
is
we
this
can't say
all of
the
the
system,
players in this
JP,
team.
because them
No,
fellas
but that
was
was saying
malfunctioning before the system.
that was saying what could it be? Because all
It's
the players
the
on this
players.
team but all of them is internationals. So
So
how
the
it is they just
comparison,
malfunction like this?
so the comparison with Fergie is still that was Fergie teams. Fergie would have
Right.
built those teams, whereas Amarin coming to these players.
And I
You know?
understand that, but that was saying so the adaptability would be in the sense of this is not my team, but I had to play. Yes, I want to implement something, but I still have to get a tune out of the team. So that's so, and I'm not 100% on him changing his style, but I'm still saying I don't want to just see the team free fall into relegation.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I hope it happens. There's one more thing. So I hope it happen in a way where Ineos will find the funds to support him in January transfer window.
In January.
I'm not seeing that happening.
Yeah,
I'm not seeing that happening.
I think that could be one of the fixes or the short term fixes, and we still not
That's
sure
what
that
they are
could work
saying.
either.
I don't see that happening at all in January.
You
Yes,
see,
Rashford and Garnacho for that.
And I don't see Rashford and them going nowhere either.
Let me just jump in here, right? Because the question was asked to the manager in the press. I don't know how much of you all saw the presser. And Amorim's response to it was, he said, the system that these fellas familiar with, they have been playing it under the previous coach. And the previous coach lost his job playing that system.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So him reverting to that could not work as people think it's working. Right? Because it was you before and the last manager lost he won, right?
And the manager before that.
And exactly. So I thought his thoughts, how he thought out his response was, I was like, okay, I see what he's saying. Because I was of the same opinion, hey, you have to change it because you want to survive, right? You want to win time. But then when he made that point, I kind of saw what he was saying. So he is of the opinion that I was brought in and I can't remember who, and I can't remember who made the point. I don't know what style of football I just play. All come to me. All right. And this is what I know, and I will do it until I decide, well, hey, y'all don't want me here. So that's a risk, I tell you, Ineos took, knowing that you're bringing in a new manager mid-season, right, to implement a new system that a lot of the players don't suit, right? I mean, I guess even Ineos now seeing how bad these players are, because I mean, even though they don't suit it like hand and glove, you would still hope that they might be able to represent
Do the
it now.
basics and do the basics.
You know, but they're now seeing how bad it is. So the question coming to Amorim even more now about adapting to the players as opposed to trying to get the players to adapt to you to survive. But what he basically says, hey, this was so before. If it was so working, then the last manager wouldn't have lost his work. You know, doing the same thing that I want me to revert to. So he is all about, you know, sticking to his guns.
That's one more thing with the players. These it's almost like if this is the first time they played in a different system. These players come from all over the world, play with all kind of different teams, different national teams under different managers. I'm pretty sure they played in different systems. I'm sure all of them wasn't always just playing in a 4-2-3-1 or something like that.
Yeah.
I'm sure many of them played in different systems. So it's almost like an easy cop out for some of the players so that they're using this as an excuse. And that's why
that caveat
themselves, we had to hold them to a higher standard out there, and it's almost like men just getting away with doing rubbish in this team.
Yeah, because you go revert to that system, and then you go bring in you have to bring back the likes of Garnacho to be starting games regular because he will suit that system better than inside forward. You gotta bring back in Rashford, you know, and you don't know how much steps backward in terms of, you know, the foundational principles that you have been setting. How much you're undoing that by reverting. So I mean, guys, all we could really hope is that at some point these fellas, you know, because and the silly thing about it for me, I really believe it's a confidence thing, because in the early and Chef, this is why we were optimistic about, you know, the team's fortunes and the ability to climb up the table, because we were seeing when the players were, you know, embracing the philosophy, embracing the new formation, the confidence was there, because I let her understand our confident team is plenty different from our team that lacking confidence. And the fact that we're now winning, you know, it's affecting the team, right, and the players, the individuals, it's affecting them, and that now hindering, you know, the progress on the Amorim system, because as let's say them fellas playing football, you know, it's so much different places, different teams, different countries. But it's so easy to hit these fellas' confidence. It's alarming and it's shocking, right? Because we watching fellas go out there, mess up a system as professionals, and we're talking about fundamental errors being made here. Chef, you make the point about those two headers. How Maguire and Martinez could sit down and watch Isaac walking unchallenged for a free header. That is not a system issue.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? That's not a system issue. We're talking about Martinez dropping asleep. How much? Let me talk about Martinez because
Dan, let me tell you something. Martinez had to hold some time on that bench, you know.
No, I think we need an next centre back. I think we need a left side.
We probably do, but let me deal with here now. I've been saying, I feeling like if it's on repeat with this. Dan, Martinez has been so terrible this season. It's almost shocking, you know.
Yeah.
But here was scary, Chef.
Jeez.
How it is your defenders, your centre backs, could look worse with more protection.
Yeah.
That boggling my mind. We have 3 defenders now.
Yeah,
and he playing 2 defensive wing backs, and they're looking worse.
Well, you realize, just to add to that what Reem saying there, we used to give up last season. We was giving up 1 million chances Teams was getting a million opportunities to score on us. No, that they don't even need a million again, you know. Because anything in that box, teams can score.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, two things. Like, even though we have wing backs, I find like the way we set up, it's easy for teams to get crosses in.
Yeah.
We hardly getting like block crosses. I don't know if the wing backs that they stand back too much, giving too much space, but it's easy to get crosses in. Another thing, the communication between Martinez, the set the back next to him, and the DM in front of him is terrible. It's terrible. It's terrible because Maguire will mark space. There is one thing Maguire will do is he'll mark space. So I don't know if he tell Maguire to mark that man or what, but I don't know what's supposed. If he tell Maguire, hey, go get Tony. I don't know if he say it to himself, I short, so I can't really mark that man. So Maguire should come across and mark him. I don't know, but and you see teams kind of pick on Martinez a lot. Because they know he ain't going to hear. And a lot of times you have a guy like Joe Linton who got like a free run from the midfield. And nobody around with him. And Martinez isn't aggressive enough. Like for a second, he would think, "Is that my man?" And by that time, boom, goal. And it's like there's a communication gap in the middle of our defense. And you see time and time again.
Yeah, because all of we play at a level. You go always identify well. All right, so you mark this man now. You mark that man. Match you for size.
It's either man to man or zonal market.
Yeah, so even if it mean, all right, so you start on the right hand side, but he coming on the left. So you go over there and you stay on the heat. That is your man when he come in the box. It's like these things are escaping, professional footballers playing at the highest level.
Millionaires.
And it's baffling, because it's the same goal score 2 times.
And it's every game.
And when
it's every game.
Everybody watching each other, Maguire watching Martinez, watching Onana, like
it's every game.
And I'm asking myself, where the communication is at. Earlier we understand who the threats are in the box. We know Joe Linton coming in the box. All right, so if he on Martinez, well, here we're going on the list. You switch, ting. I go hold on to from. I find, and even for the first goal, Maguire running in the box casually, I guess running. You're not looking to see the threats.
But let's go even before that dream. Mazwari watching that man out there, cut time, collect, look up, take a touch, and pick out a cross. Look, I swear, like anytime we give a player praise, that does revert to being a shit snake. Because we was giving Mazwari praise. But oh God, boy.
Now it has got to you after a while on your level, it just drop to the level at the accepted level.
Because that last couple of games, Mazwari dropped bad.
And that has proved the level of the players in that club. Because if Mazwari could come and perform at that level and just drop like that, and he not improving.
That always happening, That always happening, at United. Rima, I have some comments.
Let me get the comments here. Right, so Joey's saying here, it doesn't matter who you bring in, have to get rid of the rotten apples.
Yes. Right? Yes. I keep on saying that.
Yeah. Nikki saying here, next thing, can you guys please explain to me why the side only play the ball backwards constantly, nothing going forward? Why do wingers not in the box? Every flipping 2 kicks forward is 10 backwards. That is like them now learning possession football, so just to keep it where you could keep it.
Van Hal ball.
Yeah. Nikki asking Joey, who's the
but to be honest, right? No, but to be honest, in terms of the possession, even in the second half, right? As much as it was, let me say backwards, it was patient. So before with Ten Hag, we were seeing the hero balls.
Yeah.
Forcing passes.
We were too down, and you didn't start to see the hero balls. We were still trying to play, and we created a few chances like that. And let me say, if you took the chances, even when we were too down, if you took the chances, play like how we played, patient, I think we could have at least come with that point today.
Yeah.
I mean, it don't matter if we play patient or not. we play hero ball, we play patient ball, and then men still ain't scoring. I mean,
Now, but I find it had plenty, even when we were seeing some little hope in the first half. Casemiro keep wasting the ball with them long passes.
Casemiro passing was
Casemiro real kill me today, boy. He forced it too many times when we wanted to keep the ball on the ground and move it around and move up the football. Casemiro keep wasting it.
I like that Casemiro is a player I really like. Well, before he come by us, and that is not the Casemiro I like so much years.
The first season, he was real nice. But as with everybody else, after one season United, with Mazzari, not even a whole season.
Nicky said here the players playing lazy football, Nico.
Agreed.
Isan said here sad state of affairs when we glad we to stay 14th.
I telling you.
Yeah. Jody said here Garnacho is out of form a while now. I don't know if you all watched the last set of international games. He was way off his game.
That's why he don't play as much.
Isan saying here I was hoping Chef was wrong, but relegation is a serious concern. All right. Nicky saying here get relegated and take a year of proper training.
Dan, I don't think you understand.
That championship is football every 3 days, isn't it?
Just before you go any further, I think we need to let people understand. Manchester United getting relegated is not no small thing, you know that.
We can't get relegated.
That billions of dollars going down. Manchester United getting relegated. It could happen that they never recover from that,
Yeah.
Because it takes so long to recover from Fergie, you know what happens if you get relegated?
I don't think we will make that joke about relegation, but we are not like them other small clubs and them who, all right, they get relegated, no, go down and fight up.
My customer that fight.
We ain't gonna attract no star talent.
Who you gonna attract? Who you come in? What scout coming at a top prospect and tell him, come and play for we win championship? Are you mad?
Lynch saying here it's too much to fix. You can't buy 7 to 8 players in January.
No, you can't. That's the whole thing about it. And I keep on saying, but let me tell you something, Ineos had to take real blame. Them now come. But Ten Hag, they make some missteps, boy. Ten Hag was to get fired since after that FA Cup. This coach keep on telling all you, he not ready to come as yet. Or you force him. Or you make best for him to come now, where he don't have no prep time with this system. Clearly, is something that takes plenty time. He need a whole off season of no disturbances to get that into the players. Or you make that them could have leave Rude in charge till the end of the season, and then we go forward. It's too much missteps.
But Chef, we talk about it already. The Leopards don't change the spots, right? After 2-3 games, them fellas will have balled. You understand? So I glad. I mean, unfortunately, it's happening this way, but I glad we seeing these players for who they are. You understand what I'm saying? And the thing about it for me is Ineos have to support and back the manager. You back Ten Hag with $600+ million in players. I wanted to back Amorim, you understand, adequately, so that we can actually see players who want it and who have a certain level of intelligence and IQ and who could play the system. you know, we're talking about athletes, but also who have that kind of ball quality, the quality on the ball now, boy.
Yeah,
You know?
IQ, football IQ.
Yeah. We always have either one or the other. It's either you're good on the ball and you're slow, or you're quick and you're shit, right?
Yeah.
So we want a nice balance and quality in the individuals that we purchasing now to suit the system, right? Crystal saying here, I think we're supposed to keep Rude. Crystal not passing this, right? Can't talk about this just now, right? His son saying here, imagine Harry is the most dependable person in the back three, wanted to kill Harry 2 seasons ago. Right?
I still saying the Lit is the most dependable one.
No way. Nah. Maguire is the most the Lit.
Yes.
Yeah.
I find the Lit so suspect, eh?
Nah.
What did they do wrong today?
Yeah, what did they do wrong?
I find him real suspect. He ain't convinced me yet that he is no leader in no defense at all.
So Maguire convinced he's a leader in the defense?
Boy, Maguire, I'm more, and this says a lot for me. I am more confident in Maguire than all them others right now.
Nah.
Maguire.
I know with you. I'm not with you at all.
Me asking you to be with me.
Yeah.
But I'm just telling you.
Yeah.
Me asking for your support. I just tell you, Harry Houdini have more confidence in him than them rest of your tongues.
By yourself for that one, yes.
All right. All right. Don't forget to like and share the pod, you know, let me get more people in on the content, right? If I'm saying here, your basics, who marking the forward coming through the middle? Someone has to have that mark, stick with your man. Yeah. Facts, right? Like United have no easy games. Every game looking like they could beat United. Yeah.
The next one for sure is
we Sunderland to everybody right now.
Liverpool and Arsenal, next 2 games. So let's write off them two. Let's write off them two and we go pick up after that. Who will play after that?
And here's the thing, Nico, we can't even say we're picking up after that because everybody beating me.
Oh,
right, so Alan on the inside, thanks for joining, man. And Happy New Year to you in advance as well. He's saying, well, I swear Ten Hag was still in charge with the amount of basic mistakes these guys are making. And I'm glad that Amorim is exposing these fellas correct. All right. Jody saying here, you all might not like it or agree with me, but I said on one of the shows a while back that it might just have to take Man United getting relegated to get it right again. Hey, we now talk about our relegation thing. Can't handle that. Right?
I get what you're saying, Jody. Trust me, I totally get it. But I just watch too much football to see the ramifications of that, though. And as Reem said, no, we can't get it right 10 years now after Fergie. If we will get it right in relegation, in championship.
Yeah. If something here, I say Christmas done watching United. I say Christmas done watching United play today. I started to clean house again. Hoping United clean house as well. Because I'm saying here, modern day managers have a system and they have their players who could play that system. You've seen it with Pep, main players missing, and the players who you have available can't really do what he's asking of them. All right, Nikki saying here, I'm curious, how come the style worked when we win, but the system not working when we lost? All right.
I guess better teams, right? Better teams we playing against, I guess.
How much win we win? It's 2 wins the man has so far.
Martinez need 2 red cards.
I'm asking Martinez. It's time for Euro to get a couple starts now.
Yeah, you're looking good, but you're unlucky, man. When I game since you come United,
yeah.
Every time he plays losing a foot.
But I find he does look real confident.
The man forward passing. The man like to pass forward, but the man is
he like to pass. And he long, so he does use his length to close. He right up on you. I like the youth so far.
Yeah.
God knows the disease that is Manchester United will probably infect him eventually.
No, well, we hope that with the eradication that's supposed to happen in January and in the summer happen so that, he don't get infected now, but, Junior on the inside, thanks for joining, Junior. He's saying good night. Sorry about your season so far. Great, but as usual, keep up the excellent work. God bless you. Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Man.
Thanks, man.
Alan saying here, this is what I keep saying from since Ten Hag was there. Like, these guys can't even get the basics right, period. Boy. Akid on the inside, thanks for joining, buddy. He's saying, I agree with Simeon, no aggression or no desire to block crosses, no leaders. I don't even see one player marshalling the defense, instructing players to mark, schoolboy football, no communication.
But that's so honestly, the one today when Isaac almost scored, he tried to chip.
When he tried to chip Onana,
But to be honest, Maguire tell Martinez, hey, watch that man there. Hey, watch that man there. Before the ball even playing.
He was telling him.
Yeah.
Jesus. But what Martinez watching? What you watching? You alone. Is one man. One man.
To that point, what the guy just made there and to what Simeon made there. Dan, I was watching Ipswich, however it's pronounced today. And then you mightn't have the world of talent, but you see this thing called heart and soul that just could carry you a long way. Because if you watch the thing with Ipswich is they are well coached. They mightn't be the best team as we well know, but they are a well coached team. And they just give the all. That I watch a ball one, then take it to Chelsea, and the one player they have, he could hold you properly is Delap. Dan, he is a pest and a half, and he didn't let up on that Chelsea defenders, And I said to myself, way boy. So you telling me this is what we do have, boy?
I mean,
go ahead,
look at all these teams. Like, all these teams have guys that are playing hard. Like, it ain't back in the day where we had better players. We had better, far bigger, faster, stronger players. Even on a bad day, we could play. Every team have good players, good, talented, fast, strong players. I mean, better than ours. And make things worse, they have more hungrier players, and you see it every game. I starting to see more teams play. Look at even Forest. I couldn't name before. This year I couldn't name a whole bunch of players at Forest. But the men played hard. The men played with they have something to prove, and the men scoring goals. You have man like Ilanga scoring goals, not because with any great skill. He all of a sudden get a skill, but he in the right place, making the right plays, and the man scoring goals. I mean, the man around him making the right plays, they're running hard, they're chasing the ball down, they're playing good defense, they're hungry. But look, our team, we have a bunch of millionaires playing football, and they didn't have either the millionaires, the old, or the young, and that end like look at Garnacho. He had that kind of fight. We talk about Argentinians, South American players. Them men used to be the hardest players sometimes. Them will chip at your feet, kick you in, your ankle. I look at Luis Diaz from Liverpool. Them men will, on defense, them will fight you. Them will fight. We don't have that kind of players. Who on our team? Besides Ugarte, you could say we'll run and tackle a man. Bruno will do his thing, but he didn't really scare nobody. He will lay down and cry, get a little touch here. But we ain't scare nobody. We ain't run hard. We ain't play with no kind of desire. You have Menu who are loved, but the man. And when you talk about Menu playing more forward, we got to ask the question why Menu wasn't playing. Where's Zixi side? That's not.
But if I could say something, and I think Ragnick identified, the type of players that we have to go after. You see players on that first contract, boy, who looking for that first contract. And I get the whole heart and soul thing. I think that should also be a prerequisite. But we can't just go on heart and soul alone, because
No.
yeah, we need. I think that's what this separate what Manchester United is supposed to represent and who Ipswich and clubs like they are. We have the endeavor, we have the industry, but that extra quality, that talent.
Yeah, talent.
Is what we're supposed to have.
Yeah,
you know, like Liverpool. Like Liverpool, correct.
For 90 minutes, but they're running it with quality.
Yeah. And I think this is the kind of players that Amorim need in his team to see Manchester United really reproduce the kind of football that he wants. You know, so this is why I'm saying, you see recruitment earlier. Yeah. That is so very important. I done with big names and all. I done with that. You understand? I looking at talent, I looking at IQ, and you know, Nico make a point that I struggle, but I commentate, you know, the whole athleticism thing. All right? Because Man United messed up with athletes, right? The kind of athletes we went after was only those who could run hard, not the ones that had much of a brain. You know? Yeah. So to get athletes, you know, who have a brain, for me, is golden for Man United right now. So recruitment so very important for the success and the upward movement for this club. I don't believe if I tell you, because who we have now is not it. I don't care what you tell me. All right.
I agree with you totally. Our recruiting, boy, we just not getting it right at all, Dan, at all.
And then too, I think in the agents have a part to play as well.
Yeah.
Because United is the holy grail now. The holy grail is Manchester United, you know, for most clubs. So after that, it's like a down tools, you know. So they're working as hard as possible to get the player into United, and after that is all right. You get through. You might work done.
Inside,
you know what I mean? You inside wherever you do it. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus actually inside. Thanks for joining, man. Good evening to you. He said missed watching the game. Alan, so correct. You know, glory, Man United for life, right? Yeah. Jolie saying approximately 4 transfer windows to get the right players, and I ain't want no big name players.
We do that. Scouting is not about that. We need to get that out of. I know what it is, you know, because we say we are accustomed to Manchester United able to pull the big name players, but at this junction, you don't want that, you know. At least this is what you just want a proper player. And that's where, as Reem, Nico, everybody's saying, scouting. Dan, how men able to go and find men like Luis Diaz,
Alvarez went City.
Yeah, and we buying Anthony. And we buying Anthony.
Dan, we watch
Ragnick suggests all those players.
Yeah.
He suggests all those players.
I remember I was banging on. I see earlier this fella called Mohamed Kudus from Ajax. Mohamed Kudus. Yeah. Kudus. Yeah. And we're gonna get Anthony in the boy.
Yeah.
But Kudus might have come here, might have been the same rubbish too, because when they reach United, it's down tools.
Because Kudus plenty more talented than Anthony.
No, but still, we know that we might say Rashford too, and you gonna say Rashford too.
The Manchester disease might have infected him.
Yes, because remember Kudus still maybe playing for a better contract, playing for a better club. So he will still be maybe a bit more motivated now.
Okay, but what's saying, right? If you look at how Ineos, well, some of the good things that Ineos been doing is they've been treating with contracts, you know, a little more prudent. Yeah. So when you look at, you know, the contract Xerxes gets signed on, Delete, Mazwari.
Short.
Yeah, and the wages is nothing that, you know, if we were to let them go, another club can't take them.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
So I think even with Kudus, even with Kudus, them fellas and them would still have to earn something. Now we know, you know, with all the marketing.
Kudus at that time Ineos was not wrong, you know that.
Oh, all right, yeah, for real.
Oh,
man.
oh,
Yeah.
he that come
Yeah.
he that come for terrible money the same way too, eh? And up like Anthony, eh?
Going on the inside, thanks for joining, man. He's saying right now Harry is the first name on the team sheet for me in defense.
Tell them now. Tell them.
Yeah.
Right.
The
Joey
list
saying
for
here
me.
earlier realized that this is the second season Bruno suspended for Liverpool game. No, Bruno playing Liverpool game.
Nah, Bruno
Yeah.
Bruno in the game, Jody. Bruno and Ugarte would be back for that game. There's only one game suspensions though.
Yeah. The Vindra Basdi on the inside. It's been a while, bro. Thanks for joining, man. Good night to you.
Good night, brother.
Good night,
Saying
man.
maybe missed this, but Onana by Ja. And he probably talking about the Wolves game, right? Because Jed, father. Nikki's saying here, and who from the present squad you see have that rim? I don't know what I was talking about now, buddy. Sorry.
Something you're talking about?
I see Amar, I see Menu, Euro,
Mazwari,
Ugarte, and that is it.
Delete.
I 50-50 on the GP.
I know he don't progress the ball much, but I still think he's because I find he doing well defensively.
I do find I find he don't make much mistakes. I honestly find he don't make much mistakes.
Yeah.
All right. Akida saying here we buy Anthony. Right, recruitment has been our biggest weakness post Sir Alex. Yeah, no doubt.
Cash cow, United cash cow.
We want to just throw money on the shiniest thing.
No, remember Edward would come out and say we'll be able to do things in the market that nobody else could do. We want big players. We want a Galactico at Man United.
Alexis Sanchez is playing piano, kind of rubbish. That's the only time you look. Remember the memes with Sanchez at Arsenal? He alone digging the hole and everybody else started watching him. You remember that?
Yeah.
And when he come United, all that done.
Not a note.
Darren on the inside, thanks for joining, man. He's saying I know I'm late, but I'll leave me to suffer for the last game alone. Now we decided from long time. We are spoiling Boxing Day for that Man United team, boy. All right. Today was so thanks for coming out today, fella. Yeah, man.
Forget that Boxing Day thing. You're wicked to want to spoil me Boxing Day.
Think we go cashing on Nacho. I telling you, I ready. It's nobody's safe here. Right?
Nobody's safe.
And nobody's safe. The only man public says safe is the same names we just called there in terms of players who had the intelligence and
I think Ugarte is safe.
Yeah, Ugarte is safe.
No, but I think even in terms of the quality aggression that we asking for, he's safe.
Yeah.
Miss Ugarte bad today.
I ready to make some money off these players because it could be 100% profit. So the PSR will look real nice. Yeah, so because all we don't understand how much we need this FFP to work in our favor to do the kind of business we need to do.
Yeah.
So the fact that Rashford is an academy player, whatever we get for that, is 100% profit. Yeah. So the whole thing with Rashford is a kind of blessing both ways, you know. I mean, it's not working on for him. You understand? So we go get, but whatever we get is full 100 we recognize him. Same thing for Garnacho.
But who you think paying that salary of Rashford, buddy?
Hear what I'm saying, right? Rashford, you look at Rashford today. Rashford want to go. Rashford realize what going on. Rashford want to go. So Rashford not going to put up any fight to leave. The only thing is for him to really agree personal terms. So if somebody come in and offer him something that reasonable, I think Rashford will go.
So you say a man who making 3 something taken at 200.
That's it. That's it. Minimum. Let me say they might pay some of his wages. You know, pay more some of it, but that's happening. That's happening.
Let me preview.
See, all they're forgetting, right? It's plenty of these fellas' wages right? This be performance
Linked on
based,
playing time and
right? And
Yeah,
not only
but
that too, it have the what they call it, like when your sponsors paying, like if he's wearing like boots,
yeah.
but they're
Yeah.
paying a
I get you.
portion.
yeah,
You
so
But
if
understand?
his
So
you
all of
play,
these
base,
things,
all that
Marie,
can get impacted.
his base we dealing with is 300,000. No,
I
his
don't think
base.
so, you know. I don't think
Me,
so.
I don't know what
I
the
don't think
contract
so.
looks
I don't
like.
think he
I don't know what
bases
the
so much
contract
money.
looks like.
Yeah,
I don't
for
think so.
300,000.
I think it have a lot to do with incentives and performances. I think it have a lot to do with that. Because
I hope so because I ready for it to.
What is all your thoughts on if we doing a swap with Osimhen?
That ain't gonna happen. That ain't gonna happen.
Why not?
You feel
Why
you
not?
feel
I
nice
don't
about
I
that,
don't feel like a
you know
Wolf
what's my
boy.
problem, JP? Let me tell you what's my problem with that, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if Osimhen suiting what we
This
want to
Yeah.
do. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
why I
no
was
problem
wondering too.
with that, right?
That's why I was wondering too. Yeah.
Yeah, I do. I
Yeah.
prefer if we had to do any business with swapping with Napoli, I prefer Cavara. That's just how I see
Okay.
it. You know,
But he injured. He injured because another player game recently. I didn't see him.
who Cavara?
Yeah.
Jake Lal on the inside. Thanks for joining, man. He's saying waiting on Windows to get the managers' players right. But what's the deadline for us to see the results? Just being realistic on how low the table we can go. Timeline for change to start, right? Not targeting Ruben, just asking in general because we at an all-time low. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if you were in earlier. We talked about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, so it's really on Ineos now to
back
you know.
the manager.
And the thing about it is, they said earlier, any decision on Amorim will reflect really, really bad on Ineos because this was their first major appointment in terms of how it's affecting the team.
Yep.
You know, so I mean, with all that Ineos done doing or they're doing already, right? They follow us to come and cut Amorim. You know, no, it will not reflect good on Ineos.
But Kareem, like this is what I followed in news like with different different sports and stuff. In news will always make a move towards trying to get better. They always try and if it's get another coach, get another if it's F1, get another sponsor, another car. I mean, they will always make a move to try and get better.
Yeah.
But it's not it ain't always the best move. Unfortunately, they will do something, but it might be the best thing to do. And we see it already. What's the man we get from Newcastle? The
Ashwood.
Ashworth. We went and we grabbed that man from Newcastle. Pay our money. Had to wait all kind of nonsense for that man, and we
fire him.
To fire him.
But when you understand the circumstances under the Amorim appointment, if they were to go and pull the trigger on that, especially considering they wanted him now, he said he made certain things clear in terms of playing style and the players, and then you don't support him, you don't even give him a window. I mean,
can't fire Amorim now. That
no.
Anyway, guys,
if we end up in the bottom three, tell me Nana.
They can't.
In the bottom three, tell me Nana.
Nah, it's a get bad. I think we have enough quality.
Reem,
No,
stop that.
I don't think
Stop that.
Trust me.
Stop that. You was the one you by now you told me that be fighting top 6.
I hold my elbow, chef, but what I'm saying.
It ain't gonna get that bad.
We're not gonna get that bad.
Kareem.
All right.
Simeon, if you're gonna try to rebuff me, we're not gonna get that bad.
Or you South men back broad, boy.
Let me say this. If you can't find somebody to put the ball in the back of your net.
Yeah.
It could get bad.
It could get worse.
Yeah.
What's saying, right?
All
right, fine. But let me just put this out there because we're wrapping up, right? So there's my closing thoughts here, fellas, right? Since Amorim took over, the man said today, right? How long Amorim here? What, 3 months? How long
Yeah.
you here?
Not even
About
that,
that?
no?
2 months.
2 months.
2 months. About
Yeah,
2 months.
2 months,
Yeah.
2 months,
Right.
2 months.
So that was November the 11th. Yes,
Right.
that's a month.
Yeah.
Is it
A month and something.
Right. So let me
It
just
only
say 2
seems
months,
long
right?
because of the amount of licks we get.
Yeah,
Right.
November the 11th.
Right.
We
But let me
played
put it
9
like
games
this,
in
right?
December.
Right. Let me put it like this. You could be here for 2 months and you only had 4 training sessions with your team. 4?
Mm.
Yeah.
4? So what I am saying, in January, after this block of games here, when we know we're going to get trashed out from Liverpool weekend, and then we are Arsenal, we will get knocked out of the cup, Amorim is going to have more time with the team. Remember when I wanted more time with Ten Hag with the training pitch? Remember that?
Yeah.
He's going to get a whole week.
Against Southampton.
Yeah, he's going to get a whole week in January because after the whole set of games in December.
I think we have the European league game to play.
Yeah,
That's
and
2
that'll
games to
start
play.
in February.
No, I think there was a game in January and one in February.
And that
We had to play Rangers, and Bucharest.
Right, but I think we'll have a week, a full week.
Yeah, it's about a week. It's about a full
no
week.
game, with no games. So what I'm saying is Amorim gonna get more time now to work with the team because I mean I done cutting my losses. I will get knocked out from the FA Cup just so that we could focus on the Premier League, but don't get relegated, right? So I am saying after this block of games here, we're gonna have who we have after. We have pulling it up here now, fellas. We have Southampton, we have Brighton, we have Rangers, Fulham, then Crystal Palace, Tottenham, Everton, Ipswich. Right? I think, I've been honest with you, with some time and some rest, I feel we could do a little thing, right? I don't think we're gonna lose all them game and be
without bringing in players.
No, we had to do some business in January.
Okay.
You can't tell me you see this team playing how they're playing and you don't even try to bring in at least one body or 2 bodies. No. We need some more reinforcement in midfield.
I thought you were talking about with the same team.
No,
we're working with the same team.
I don't want to see Dalot playing left wing back again. I want to bring in somebody, even if it's lone self are taking that, brother.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? And if Rashford were to leave in January, we have to bring in something else. You can't lose Rashford and then tell me you're comfortable.
For sure, with that money, we could do something.
We have to. So I am saying, yes, we're concerned about this whole relegation thing, but I think we have enough quality to finish 16th.
I don't agree with that at all. But okay, let's hope. We don't.
All right, 17th.
17th?
17th. No, 18, 19, 20.
I don't think right now.
The point I'm making is even actually worse.
Yeah,
we finish in 17th. Not 18,
I don't believe that.
19, not 20.
I don't believe that.
It's a worse
so who's the bottom 2 teams right now?
I do not believe we're better than any of them teams below us right now. Honestly,
we're not better as a team, Chef. We're not better as a team. But getting individuals to take me over the line in a scruffy, ugly way.
We're short, boy. We're short. Who's the bottom 3 teams? Call out the bottom 3 teams there.
The 3 teams that get relegated. Southampton, Ipswich, and who again?
Wolves. No, Wolves are above now.
Leicester
solo?
Leicester Wolves.
Leicester solo. Leicester dog shit.
No, but there was no relegation.
Why you feel when Leicester went out on higher road?
Leicester, let me see.
And Leicester must be lost about 5 or 6 in a row.
They fall back in. So it's Ipswich, Leicester, and Southampton.
That was telling you. We know
and you telling me this team we have better than them 3 teams?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Hell
no. Chef, at worst, we are the 17 best team here.
Yeah.
The only team I feel be better than in them top 3 is probably Leicester. And you put Leicester on the day because who know we go beat me.
I don't know numbers for no Lotto again. You're talking. I don't know numbers from you again.
My who was Eric Ten Hag's last game? Who was that game against?
West Ham,
right? And remember how bad they were, right?
And
Ten Hag figured I go win this one game. I go win or draw this game. I'll keep my job before the break.
Yeah. We see how that went.
Remember what happened? Remember Dallo? Remember Bruno reaching for the goal? And what happened? Remember that?
I don't know what you're trying to sell me, you know.
After I see that, I don't know. Then
I don't know what you watching this team play football whole season, whole half a season, and you want to watch me and already tell me that Reem, you're a wicked man. You is a wicked man. I'm talking about we have players to carry over the line.
Yes. No, chef, if you hear what he's saying, right? What Reem's saying is, I'm really here about 6 weeks, and in 6 weeks, you get about 4 training sessions with the team, right? That's what he's saying. And we play 9 games in December. What he's saying is, if we bring in 1 or 2 players January, the fixture started slow down. If we get knocked out FA Cup, that might be better for us. So all we studying is League, Europa. If we have more time to have more training sessions with 1 or 2 new signings to come in the team, then relegation shouldn't be something we concern about, because then that means if Amarim can't get to keep this team up, then it's not making sense, Chef. What's the point?
I just want to know. I just want you to tell me if in January, when we get in them new players, are we getting the amazing Mumford and Harry Potter to join the coaching staff? That's all. I want to tell you that. I want to tell you that because it had to be magic. I'm watching this team today, and I swear my wife on me. I get the rest, and you want to listen, Green JP as my brethren are telling all them no, it ain't her shit. All you can tell me to convince me we can improve. The only thing that convince me that is if I see we get rid of about 6 of them and bring in 6 new players. Outside of that,
you're missing the point.
I am not missing the point.
What we're saying is the worst we could get is 17th. That bad enough, that real bad enough. But I'm telling you, we're not getting relegated. But we could
Chef, we ain't getting relegated.
All right.
They'll figure it out.
I don't want to put it in the air, so I'm not going to make them bets.
But the race you're going at right now, if you continue, we're getting relegated. Go with 22 points.
In
19 games, you're getting relegated.
No, I take back my whole top 16 in a Chef, right? So you know.
You have no choice.
But my point is, I'm telling you, we're not getting relegated. The worst we could be is 17th.
Yeah, we're relegated.
Because them 3 teams that are called there, they're not top.
No, me saying that, Reem, because one of them think got top, yeah?
All right, well, but somebody else go fall behind.
Somebody else go fall behind.
We're not finishing 18th. The worst we could do this season is 17th.
I like how your bar drop from top 6 to 17th.
Well, it is with his Chef. It is with his me.
But I still stick in the relegation.
Now we ain't getting
After
relegated.
December, we had what? I mean, that December was terrible, isn't it?
Yeah.
Terrible.
No, but Chef, you say fighting relegation. I didn't say relegation. I say fighting relegation.
True.
Jake Lau saying here, honestly, agreeing with Chef. That's why I asked the initial question. It's scary now.
Yeah.
All right. Akira saying Chef evil. We could make 16 place. Exactly.
I evil and all you wicked. Because nothing about we football screams that.
Come on, man.
We football screams relegation.
Chef, up to now, listen to the context under which we.
Oh my God, I am not stupid. I listen to everything you say. And I'm still not changing my point.
You put on your relegation battle and you're right.
No, don't
relegation battle.
Relegation.
No, but he said that. He said that, but that's you know what I mean. You're a bit emotional right now because the team really have winner speed, right?
We ain't emotional at all. Once again, I tell you, the team make me feel like I get on, but once I get on, I do this. So me emotional at all. Manchester, oh my God, boy.
But Kareem, like you can't coach you can't coach strikers to put the ball in the back of the net. And you can't You can't coach a world champion, a world champion defender, and a Maguire international, England international, to watch the Isaac, the best striker. You can't coach that kind of thing.
But I'm gonna put
That is
something
all
right,
that's why I
I'm
asked.
gonna put something here, right?
Sure.
When Rumeda had now come and he had, I think, 2 training sessions with the full squad. Right? 2 training sessions alone here with the full squad. We started to see patterns. And we see a ball cross and I went hold and get the ball and score the double in the game against Sam. I can't remember who it was. And we come here and we talk about, hey, we seeing patterns. This is what the man coaching. You understand what I'm saying? Now, me saying he can teach Hoyland to score, but he may coach the team to create more chances for a number 9 of Hoyland's type to score. You understand what I'm saying?
What type is that?
No, but understand what I'm saying.
The strikers out there, we ain't know who it out there, but you might call it Ivan Tony.
Across the face of the goal for Hoyland to run on 2. And the kind of goals Hoyland go score. You understand what I'm saying? We saw that in the first 2 sessions when Amorim had with the team. When we saw the game, we saw patterns and we saw Hoyland score 2 goals. So all I'm saying, he ain't gonna get Hoyland the ball and trade for man say kick it in the goal. He not gonna do that. But he gonna work on patterns. he will work on patterns that will enable some of the players and get them confidence. That's all I'm saying. So I'm not gonna say, well, with the little week he have training, and if we get knocked out, we can climb up the table and finish 4th. I'm not saying that. But all I'm saying is we will be able to see something a little more tangible with the time he'll have with him on the training pitch, and we will not get relegated. This team will not get relegated. Come back here, come up.
I will keep you in my purse.
Yeah, no, the team not getting relegated.
But I realized you could end up in San Fernando General Hospital because you're in deep with this Manchester. You drink that Manchester Kool-Aid and entire Basodi. And I need you full of sense to mind your children and your wife. So I will pray for you.
No, but that season, I remember that season when Liverpool was real poor. That season when Chelsea was real poor. They were bad. They were just dropping points. And
they had the talent, though. They had the talent to go on the runs. That is all we're saying. I don't see us having that talent right now to go on them runner wins you're talking about. Even with the less competitions and with a few additions, I just not seeing that, brother. That is all I'm saying.
But what you say, we need some players in, Chef.
No, but even on top of that, Chef, and JP you're coming after, right? The point is, if
I'm answering read your selling dreams.
No, but I'm not putting like this, right? If we have 1 game a week, let me just say we get knocked out the FA Cup, bam, we have 1 game a week, well, bar the Europa League, whatever, right?
Yeah, we get knocked out of that.
Right. Now all Amorim have is 1 game a week. He don't have to worry about rotation. So you'll see more games without a rotated squad. Because today we talk about why Kobe probably didn't start. Kobe should have started. He do that. He make that change with Liverpool in mind, right? Because you have to look after your players' fitness and their ability to be available. So if he don't worry about a game in the next 3 days and a load on a player, then Kobe could play week in, week out. Ugarte playing week in, week out. Your first team, your preferred players playing more regularly. So you'll be able to get continuity, chemistry will develop, and you'll get results. And this is what I'm talking about. Right? Always seen it as though, well, we in a situation right now, Eriksen and Casemiro in midfield, and that's how we're gonna be playing for the rest of the season when January come. And what I'm saying is the dynamics will change that will allow the manager to do more of what he would have wanted to do. Chances are we will get bodies inside, and you'll see a difference. And even if we were to get bad, we're not gonna get worse than 17th. I'm telling you that, Chef. You could say what you want. Alan, you want all about selling dreams.
I hope you're right. Because we supported the same team. So I hope for our sake you're right.
JP, I don't know if you want to you still want to jump in.
No, go ahead.
All right. Yeah, Alan, we are gonna sell dreams, man. Right. Jake saying here breaking in down statistically, we can at least stay bottom 5, but the momentum is flat a while now. All right.
Jesus Christ. Look at the conversation we have in us Manchester United.
Yeah, it's rough. It's rough.
This can't be it, boy.
It's rough. It's real rough. You know, but guys, I think we at the end of the pod. We at the end. We're not leaving any more positive of any, top 6 or top 10 finish. You know, the only positivity that I leave with is that we're gonna get relegated, right? Shit. But earlier we will be here again on when we play Liverpool. Sunday. Jesus Christ.
I'd full up my team with Liverpool players. I'd get Alexander Arnold.
My team full of Liverpool players. I have Salah, Diaz, and Alexander Arnold.
You can have food, boy.
I have Salah right now.
Nah, I had the 3 of them. Because
we have Salah who and who?
Alexander Arnold and Diaz.
Ooh, Diaz, boy.
Struggling in his fantasy this season.
Because as soon as and I say that big now, I don't care who prayed my scores. As soon as the game week 24 reach, I am assistant manager in one time.
Who?
Liverpool coach.
Oh.
I'm bringing him in. I'm bringing him as my assistant because I don't watch.
I don't know how the assistant manager going. How that going?
Check. You understand? When you're bringing the manager, it does count as points. It does count as on the team. So no one time when you bring him in, you're gonna sacrifice a top player.
Okay.
But when the team win, it has been like that. You could end up. He alone can bring in all kind of 60 points for you.
Wow.
In a match week. Yep. It's that sad. It's a game changer. It is a certain game changer. So if you time it, right, and here's the thing now. That's if you pick if I pick a top manager. If you play a lower division manager, now any manager you pick, lock for 3 weeks, you can't change it.
Okay.
And if you pick Amarin and he play and he beats anybody above or six places above him, it has been like quadruple points. And that's ridiculous.
Well, Amarin could be a good bet.
So timing is with you. You mad? Picking Amarin.
No, because we solo. Chef, what's saying? We solo.
That is a
high possibility you might beat teams above you because you're solo. You know what I mean?
You can end up with 0-2.
Well, you see, we also the form look.
Yeah.
We have a better chance, racking up points of beating teams.
I want to say, I keep an eye on that.
If you 15th, 16th, you understand, and you playing 13th, 14th going up the road.
Yeah,
you might do well. All right.
Yeah, fellas. So I think that was some fantasy information courtesy Chef, right? Yeah. So guys, I think we at the end of the pod here. Again, Sunday we coming back again.
Not me.
Let's hope. Just hope.
Sunday is.
Just hope that we could pull off something because this Liverpool team are at a different level, boy. Them fellas and them. Sheesh.
All of them,
And the intensity, them fellas again, breaking.
Was you watching Liverpool bench? Don't Liverpool bench. Elliot and these kind of French players coming on and changing the game,
But you watching them fellas playing and your brain all getting tired because they're moving so quick.
Oh,
Yeah, boy.
Salah, you know that make the joke scoring for fun? That is Salah right now. Salah is
Yeah, boy.
scoring for fun.
Score no
Yeah.
assistant for fun. Yeah.
Yeah, boy.
Anyway, there's a Man United podcast earlier, so you know we will be here again to review the result and the performance, and we hope there's something respectable. You know, at least a 1-0 loss, I could take that now. You know, a 0-0 draw, I could take that now. I don't know embarrassment. You know, I don't know embarrassment. So if you could take at least a point off Liverpool, that could be.
Boy, Liverpool might hit 9 again, yes?
Nah.
Boy.
I was saying we ain't going through that.
Boy, Jesus.
So we at where we at, and the hope is that next season we ain't gonna be going through this nonsense, right? Because we have some proper players, and you know we will be stomping with the big dogs, right?
Yeah, hopefully.
So Nico, Simeon, Chef JP, it was nice, fellas. Those in the comments, we do appreciate. You know, even on a tough day like today, in the season that we're in, you know, you're still tuning in to support the hustle. You know, so don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't already, and like and share the pod. You know, we appreciate it very much. So have a good night.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year, guys.
Yeah, happy New Year, everyone.
Happy New Year, everybody.
Yeah, man, blessings.